Now back here at home, Harris County's new mask mandate is now in effect. That means businesses must require all customers and staff to wear a face covering. Anieli Rees has everything you need to know.
Well, Steph, those that don't comply with the mask order could face up to a $1,000 fine. Judge Lina Hildago signed the order on Friday. She said the main focus is education and not fines. Local leaders say it is a responsibility of the business to make sure employees and customers wear a mask. It's just like a no shirt, no shoes, no service policy. Hidalgo says law enforcement agencies will decide how to police the ordinance, and members of the public can report a business that is in violation. Violating businesses will first get an equivalent of a warning. After that, they'll face a $1,000 fine for each offense. The order will last until June 30th, the same time the county's disaster declaration is set to expire. Hidalgo said she expects to meet with county commissioners about extending the declaration and the mask order. Again, the order is for all businesses, including gyms and restaurants. So the next time that you go to a restaurant, you need to be wearing a mask. You can remove the mask when you sit down to eat, but if you get up to go to the restroom and walk around, you need to be wearing a mask. Guys, back to you.